Welcome to Blackthornprod. I'm Noah. Now, many games use random level generation as a way to increase replayability by making each restart fresh and exciting, and preventing the player from simply learning a particular level layout by heart and quickly getting bored. In roguelikes, it reinforces the tension of permanent death, because players know they'll never get the exact same world twice. So dying not only means losing a character and progress, but also an entire world. Whatever your reasons are for wanting to create a randomly generated world or level, in this beginner Unity and C# tutorial, I will bring you through the process of creating a simple, random level generator. By the end of the video, you should end up with a system that randomly spawns characters and environmental pieces at different locations. Now, this method will also leave you a lot of control over your level generation. So say you would like templates mostly composed of trees and flowers, you could do that. Same for a world populated mainly by characters. Now note that I'm using 2D assets, but absolutely everything demonstrated in this tutorial applies for 3D. With that said, let's get started. So I have this new Unity project opened up, and inside my scene I have a couple sprites that I quickly made using Adobe Photoshop. These are the assets I will be randomly spawning around my game world. First of all, I need to make prefabs out of these sprites. So I'll create a new folder named Prefabs and simply drag and drop each sprite into that folder. I can then delete them from my scene. Next up, I'll create a new empty game object, reset its transform and call it level template 01. I'll also give it a little red gizmo so we can clearly see it in our scene. I'll then make another empty game object, call it spawn point, give it a yellow gizmo, and make it a child of the level template game object. I'll duplicate this spawn point several times and place them around the red gizmo. Each spawn point, as you may have guessed, will spawn a random object such as a tree, character, or flower. Alright, awesome. Let's now create a simple C# script that I'll call level generation. I'll begin by making an array of game objects that I'll simply call objects. We will put in this array all objects that we would like to potentially spawn. In my start function, I'll then make an int variable called rand for random and set it equal to a random number that has a value between 0 and the amount of game objects in our array. All that's left to do is spawn a random object from our array using this int variable. To do so, simply type instantiate and in the parentheses state what object you would like to spawn. In my case, I would like to spawn the object in my array that has an index equal to my random variable. We then must choose a location for the newly spawned object. I'll give it the transform of the object with this script attached to it. And then I'll finish up by typing quaternion.identity, meaning I would like my object to spawn with no rotation. Heading back into Unity, I will grab all of my spawn points, drag and drop the script onto them, and then lock the inspector. What I'll now do is drag and drop my trees, flower, and characters into the objects array. And by pressing play, you will see that each spawn point will randomly generate a game object. If I hit play again, you will see that things are again different. And I can hit play again, and of course, things are again set up in a different way. However, this is still a little limited, and very quickly players will notice a repetitive pattern. What we must now do is create more than one level template. So I'll make a prefab out of my level template 01 and then name it level template 02 and make a new prefab out of that. Now I would like this level template to spawn mainly trees in clumps. So I'll delete all spawn points except one, refresh the object's array, and drag and drop both of my trees twice in the array, as well as one flower. Now there is 4 chances out of 5 that what comes out of this spawn point is a tree, and 1 chance out of 5 that it spawns a flower. I'll then duplicate this several times, placing my spawn points in clumps. You can now make as many level templates as you like. Just keep in mind that giving each spawn point several objects is key to convey a random feeling to the world. I can now create a new empty game object, call it level generator, drag and drop the level generation script onto it, and instead of drag and dropping trees and characters into the array, I can drag and drop my level templates. Now when I hit play, this level generator game object will spawn a random level template, which in turn, with all its unique spawn points, populates the world with characters, trees, and flowers. I can of course duplicate this level generator empty game object, place each one at a nice distance apart so templates don't overlap, and very quickly, we can get a large, randomly generated world. And for those of you having followed my Unity devlog on my top-down shooter set in the mind, The Fire of Belief, you may be interested in knowing that this is the system that I use to get my randomly generated world up and running. So I hope you enjoyed the video and will be able to use this very simple method in your own creations. As always, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and make my day that much more wonderful. By the way, you can also join the Blackthornprod Discord server and chat with fellow game creators about art, Unity, programming, and more. With that said, stay tuned, cheers!